What is up, guys? Welcome to our King Kong Plus 26 backpack review. Because there's a lot of great things about this bag and a few things about it that irk us as well. And we're gonna get into all the nitty-gritty details. My name is Aaron. The guy behind the camera is Tav. Together we're Nomads Nation. We do gym bag reviews, we do laptop bag reviews, we do travel bag reviews. If that's your thing, subscribe, notification bell. Review time. Okay, we're gonna kick off this review talking about the gist of the King Kong Plus Backpack 26, so you get what I'm saying. Overall, this is an everyday carry backpack that's meant for the gym, maybe the office, and it's highly innovative without sacrificing its functionality. You got some cool things like this external shoe compartment. We've got a couple water bottle holders on either side. The straps are a bit dense, a little bit hard for my liking. Talk about the innovation. I love like the interior materials. I mean, look at that, that pops. It's a 26-liter backpack and it weighs around 3.5 pounds, a bit heavy for an everyday carry. You got 3 different color options. This is charcoal, there's also a black, and there's also a red, and you can do the black in the USA version, where basically the King Kong logo is in like the flag, the USA flag, America! It's definitely not the sexiest gym backpack ever made, but it still has like a little bit of a tactical look to it with like this little pouch guy right here. We've got the 1000D nylon, which is super durable. And then this Hypalon material accented throughout the bag, which is gonna give it like a little bit of a sexification, but it does get really dirty. So I'm gonna show you now how the backpack actually works section by section. Let's start with the front of the King Kong Plus 26 backpack. We're gonna start with the elephant in the room, and that is this exterior shoe compartment. I've reviewed a handful of gym bags, most of which have shoe compartments, all of which are internal shoe compartments. This is the first external my eyes have ever seen. And at first I was like, that's not gonna work, but it's actually quite cool. As you can see, we've got our New Balance sneakers in there. You get inside the actual pocket with this Fidlock magnet. It's different than most Fidlock backpack magnets, but it's pretty easy to open and to close. And you can see right here, we got size 10 New Balance sneakers. We like this because it's just simple. It doesn't complicate anything, and it doesn't take up any space for the interior or the main compartment of the backpack. And if you want to use this compartment for other things, you can. Like, you might even be able to fit like a 6-pack of beer in here. Like, it really expands, and it's worth noting, the expansion occurs due to the zippers on both sides of the compartment. King Kong utilizes really interesting zipper pulls. They're just like this rubber, they're branded, but that branding is 3D, so it helps it create a little bit extra grip. All the zips are YKK zips, so they're super smooth, so you can keep this compartment expanded if you want, or nice and tidy if you're not using it. But, big point of criticism. On our bag, you can see we got some weird going on, where like the zipper is popping out of this section right here. And it's not a good look. I'm not sure if all King Kong Plus 26 backpacks are like this, but that was definitely something that we were not thrilled about. And we talked about this Hypalon earlier. It's got a really sticky, rubbery feel to it. I like the look. One thing I don't like though is it gets super dirty. So notice right here, nice and clean, right? I'm gonna drag it across this wood real fast, and we clean this wood. It's not super dirty, but now, as you can see, it picked up all that dirt. Is the camera catching that, Tav? Awesome. Now, on the good side, it's easy to buff it out, little H2O, right? You can get it off, but you just might have to be cleaning this bag a little bit more due to these Hypalon accents. Next up on the front, we have this quick access pocket right here. It's kind of in like a pouch-like shape. Rubber zipper pulls again, really smooth, and kaboom, we're in. Tav and I love that they went with a red for their internal material color, and the materials themselves are ripstop nylon. You can see like the super fine detail of all these like little tiny squares, and that just makes sure it doesn't get ripped, which means it's highly durable. In the actual compartment itself, we have 9 pockets, which I think is a bit overkill. I'll explain why. See, like these pockets are good. Like I got a little granola bar there. I got my AirPods in here. 2 pen pockets, which I'm cool with. And then this larger pocket where I got some spare tissues. But what I think is overkill is like they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like card or business card or credit card pockets. I don't know who needs these many specifically sized pockets. Like, how many business cards are you carrying, and why can you not just keep it in one pocket? I don't know, I just think that was kind of overkill in what was otherwise a pretty cool section. And the last thing to note about the front is the actual logo. This is not some super subtle, like, this is like King Kong, but I think it's on par with the overall like lifestyle of these. It's like, dude, I'm a gym person. I do gym stuff. I know it doesn't sound like I go to the gym. I swear, I did go to the gym pre-coronavirus lockdown. But this is like just sort of the embodiment of that lifestyle. The logo is loud, it's proud, it's just like, it's pretty cool. Tav and I think that they actually nailed the branding. I think it looks really cool. All right, now let's talk about the middle of the King Kong Plus 26. Let's start with the water bottle holders. We have one on each side. As you can see, I got a big old water bottle here, big old water bottle here. This is a 1 liter Nalgene. On this side is a 1 liter bottle by a company called Super Sparrow. I'm talking about super, you can see these pockets are super f***ing huge. So this is the 1 liter Nalgene, you know, this is like a tank. Look at that room to spare. I think you could fit like a 2 liter. I don't know if anybody out there has a 2 liter water bottle, but if you do, it might fit in here. But the good thing is like, it's not just for your water bottles, it's also for like your protein shakes, right? Those protein shake bottles can be quite big, quite thick, right? So you want a place that those can fit, and this can absolutely handle them. We also love these pockets because the way that they expand and contract, not just the way that it holds the bottle, but just like on the side profile. So see how like there's nothing in there right now? It's a clean, tight, sort of a neat, tidy presentation. But as you put larger water bottles in there, it expands. And yeah, probably one of my favorite features on the bag as a whole. Now, moving on up, we have what we refer to as the rummage pocket. We call it that because this is just kind of the top access. You just sort of rummage around. You get access to the main compartment. It gives you direct access to this compartment. Really basic, no additional organization in there. Might be a good spot for a pair of sunglasses. And then you also have access to your laptop, but we'll talk about that in just a second. Because it's best seen in the actual main compartment, which is accessible via the clamshell opening. And you can see right here, et voila, we're inside. We've got a few things packed out in here. I got a spare shirt, towel, tech pouch, pair of shorts, weight resistance band. On this part, we talked about the quick access pocket right there. Super simple, no additional organization, right? Basic. And then we have 2 mesh compartments. These mesh compartments are basically the same size. I'm a little bit of a mesh nerd. It's not very fine. It's not very elasticy. It's actually not elasticy at all, but it feels smooth. It feels good quality, and I think it's gonna be pretty durable. Moving on to the other side, we have 1 compartment here, the laptop compartment. This compartment is large enough for a 15-inch laptop. So as you can see, my 13-inch MacBook Pro fits with room to spare. This compartment feels tight, it feels secure, and the materials on the inside are super soft, like some sort of like micro fleece. And there's also a nice amount of padding. It's just an area that you're gonna feel safe and secure with putting your laptop in. And to top the security feeling off, King Kong right here has provided a false bottom, so the laptop compartment ends right here. So it means that if your backpack hits the ground, your laptop is less likely to get smashed. We're here to smash protein shakes, not laptops. One thing to note about the main compartment and this backpack as a whole though, is that we are seeing some stitching problems. You can see right here, we got some stitching issues. You can see right here. So stitching issues might not be a big deal, but there's also a chance that it could unravel and create larger issues. Just something to be aware of. Okay, next up, let's talk about the back of the King Kong Plus 26 backpack. First up, we'll start with this top handle. It's Hypalon again, so the same material that is here is used here. Super sticky. It's not very well padded. I wouldn't recommend holding your backpack like this too long, but it is a nice sort of thing if you want to hang your bag up. You know, you're in the gym, pop it in the locker, good to go. Yeah, and speaking of lockers in general, I assume this would be like a really good size for a gym locker. Wouldn't be too big. All right, next up we have the actual back panel. I'm a pretty big fan of this back panel. I usually prefer padding that's a little bit softer, and this is not super soft. In fact, it's kind of hard. But I was wearing it and the comfort was great. I really didn't have any big problems with it. And as you can see with the mold, we have a lot of ventilation coming in. It's actually a really comfortable wear on the back panel. And that also extends to the shoulder straps. Basically everything I said, hard, but pretty comfortable. Yet again, like this is not the softest padding I have ever reviewed, but when I was wearing the bag, it was quite comfortable. The shoulder straps are quite wide, which is great because if you do have more gear and your bag is packed out and it's a little bit heavier, it just kind of spreads everything out as opposed to like being like thin straps that are digging into you. Moving on down, we have the Hypalon yet again. See, it's collected the dirt already. It can be, you know, easily wiped off, but the dirt collects really fast. One important note is that we have a sternum strap here. Pretty standard, right? What's not standard though is that the sternum strap, believe it or not, is completely removable. Non-removable, thank you, Tav. It doesn't bother me because I personally like sternum straps, especially on a backpack 26 liters this size, but some people, like Tav, right?
That noise.
He says, that noise. He don't want the sternum strap, but unfortunately, he has to keep it on, unless of course he has a couple shots of tequila and a pair of pliers on hand. Sternum strap though, we have a dangle stopper, which is good, just helps keep the excess nylon in its place. Know your place. And then moving down a little bit further, we have the nylon at the bottom, which means that you can tighten or loosen the shoulder straps. But we have another dangle stopper, which means that the nylon again is in its place. Stay. Let's talk about some overall pros and some overall cons of the King Kong Plus 26 backpack. Overall pro number one is we have reviewed a few different gym bags here, and this one is easily the most innovative and interesting take for a gym bag without compromising its functionality. Pro number two is we just love the shoe compartment. It's fun, it's interesting, it's easy, it's innovative. Job well done, King Kong. And pro number three is we love these water bottles and we absolutely love how they expand and then compress. So when you got a water bottle in there, it fits, but when you don't, it just keeps a nice, tidy profile. But we got some cons. You ready for them? Let's talk about it. Con number one is we definitely came into some stitching and just like build problems. The most annoying of which is like this little zipper sticking out right there. Not fun. Con number two is the non-removable sternum strap. And con number three is I like the look of this Hypalon, but wow, does it catch dirt? It really does. Okay, let's talk about who the King Kong Plus 26 backpack is for and who can take a pass on it. But if you can take a pass on it, I'll give you a different recommendation for a better backpack. We think this backpack is absolutely perfect for you if you're looking for an everyday carry backpack that is a work/gym backpack and you don't carry a ton of stuff to the gym. For example, you go to the gym, you got a pair of shoes, a pair of clothes, a towel, bottle of water, bottle for your protein shake, and that's kind of about it. And then you want the laptop compartment for your work? This is your guy. If that sounds like you and you're gonna make a purchase, we always appreciate if you use the first link in the description. That link makes sure that you get the best price, but it also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel. We also think that this bag is awesome for you if you just got an active lifestyle. Whether you hike or go play soccer on the weekends or go play basketball or you do go to the gym, you're just like an active person, this shoe compartment is gonna come in handy for you over and over again, as will the massive water bottle holders on either side. And for the days where you're not doing something active, it's just a really great everyday carry on top of it. If that sounds like you and you're gonna make a purchase, we always appreciate if you use the first link in the description. But let's talk about some people that I think might want to take a pass on this bag. You might want to take a pass on this bag if you are looking for a gym/work bag, but you have a ton of gym gear. Like think about it, if you're the type of person who goes to the gym and you want to have a ton of gear like boxing gloves and like the little squat like rack protector thing or the weightlifting belt, also like wrist pads and knee pads and like all these little tidbits of gear, this guy is probably gonna be too small. But the good news is that we have another gym bag also made by King Kong that is much bigger. To find out what bag that is, check the description and you'll find a link to our full review. This also might not be the bag for you if you're thinking, dude, I need a gym/work bag. I need the shoe compartment. I need the laptop compartment, but I'm not really feeling the look of this. I wish that there was a gym/work bag that was more urban and chic and a little bit like sleeker and sexy. There is, and you will find out what bag that is in the description. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching our King Kong Plus 26 backpack review. If you're still here, probably means that you found this review useful. And if that's the case, we just really appreciate it if you hit that like button and definitely subscribe so you can be notified every single time we publish a new backpack review. Also, do you own the King Kong Plus 26 backpack? Comment below and let us know what you think about this bag. Did you have that little weird like stitching problem in the shoe compartment where the zipper was popping up like we did? We didn't like that. Do you like that the sternum strap is non-removable? And if you don't own this pack, any questions that you have regarding this pack, don't hesitate. Comment now, let me know your questions. I personally answer every question and answer every comment on this channel. Thank you so much, guys, and we will see you next time.